A Florida elementary school teacher is under investigation by the State Department of Education down here in Ron DeSantis' authoritarian dictatorship for showing the Disney movie Strange World to her 5th grade classroom. The teacher, Jenna Barbie, showed the video to her students on, what was the day? May 5th, I believe it was, May 3rd. Her students had been doing standardized testing that day, and then after the standardized testing was over, she thought it would be a nice little treat. I'm going to show you this Disney movie that came out in 2022. Now, the issue with this Disney movie is apparently it has a gay character. And the character mentions at the beginning of the movie that he has a crush on another male character. That is how you establish that this character is gay. And then his sexuality is not mentioned for the rest of the movie. It is not a plot point. This is not something that the movie focuses on. It's a one-off like, oh, I haven't seen it, but you know, oh, I have a crush on this guy. Okay, great, wonderful for you. And then they move on and get into the plot, when the plot has nothing to do with being gay. This teacher is now under investigation because a school board member who happens to have a child in that classroom, a school board member who, according to reports, is either a member of the right-wing, far-right group Moms for Liberty, or she had their backing in her school board race. And this mother made the complaint. The teacher is now under investigation because gay people are not allowed to exist in the state of Florida. Now, the Don't Say Gay legislation actually only applies to discussions of sexuality in grades kindergarten through 3rd. It does not bar the discussion for 4th grade and above, which obviously would include this woman's 5th grade classroom. So the Don't Say Gay legislation would not apply in this particular instance, and it shouldn't apply, it shouldn't exist to begin with, because the teacher was not teaching students, this is how you be gay. Watch this movie so you can all be gay after. That's not what it was. It was a movie that had a gay character because, believe it or not, Republicans, gay people exist. Whether you want them to or not, they're still going to exist. But here is what that mother, who happens to be on the school board, said about this teacher showing that film. And this tells you everything you need to know. Listen to these disgusting words. The school board member, by the way, is a woman by the name of Shannon Rodriguez. She said, quote, "It is not a teacher's job to impose their beliefs upon a child. Religious, sexual orientation, gender identity, any of the above. Allowing movies such as this assists teachers in opening a door for conversations that have no place in our classrooms. As a leader in this community, I'm not going to stand by and allow this minority to infiltrate our schools. I'm not going to stand by and allow this minority to infiltrate our schools. You just gave up the game, you friggin' bigot." That statement tells us everything we need to know about you and what it is you are really trying to do. Because this is not about protecting kids from indoctrination. This is about erasure. This is about trying to convince children that homosexuals do not exist, that the LGBTQ community is some kind of cult. That's not what's happening. That sure as hell isn't what's happening in the movie. And by the way, Mrs. Rodriguez, let's not forget that at the beginning of the school year, you signed a permission slip saying that it was okay for your child in Miss Barbie's classroom to watch a PG-rated movie. So you technically did approve this. Because you signed that permission slip, the teacher was, of course, not required to get individual permission to show that specific movie. So maybe you ought to think twice before you sign that permission slip. Or maybe you just shouldn't sign it and say, no, this is not good for my kid. So when you show movies, my kid has to go sit out in the hallway because I am a horrible parent. But this is what we're dealing with in Ron DeSantis' Florida. This is what he wanted us to go through. I fear for what's going to happen to this teacher because even though it's very obvious she didn't do anything wrong, they're still going to get her. And that's the worst part of all of this. That teacher will end up being punished. That's because we have a state filled with bigots, filled with homophobes, filled with just the worst people the country has to offer. And unfortunately, most of them have positions of power here in the state of Florida, and they use that power to hurt good-intentioned people.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.